So today in class we talked about artboards and how they're kind of like the pages or the workspace we utilize in Adobe Illustrator. That's the terminology we use. There are 3 methods of accessing and working with artboards in Illustrator. You should feel comfortable accessing all 3. So let's practice. So first things first, download your file, and we're going to work with the artboard panel first, like you see here. To access a panel, we already know by now, it's always under Window. Let's find the one that's called Artboards. Now this should have a representation of all the artboards in this document. Your first thing you need to do, it says here, is to rename Artboard 1, so that's called Layout Part 1A. To rename something, simply double click on the word and you should be able to rename it. It also asks you to rename Artboard 2, and then it asks you to erase a random artboard. You can kind of see this little random box here. To erase, we select the artboard, we hit the trash can. It's that simple. Part 1B, I'm going to ask you to use your Properties panel. To access your Properties panel, 1, you want to make sure nothing is selected. Properties are always on the right-hand side. It says Properties on the top. If you have nothing selected, this will pop up. If you have something selected, it kind of changes the interface. So make sure you're like clicked on nothing. You'll see that there's a button that says Edit Artboards. You're going to click on that. Then you're going to find the button that looks like a square with the plus sign. When you do that, a new artboard is going to like just magically show up on the right. Don't worry about that right now. First thing you want to do is follow the numbers in this picture here. Really, all we need is the width and the height, the W and the H. So I'm going to set the W to 450. That's really the only thing I'm concerned about. Don't worry about the rest of those numbers. The next number I'm going to put is 300. When I'm happy, I'm going to take my Welcome Autumn design with my selection tool and just place it right on top of this artboard I made. Should match exactly in size. Basically, we're just giving that artwork a home. The last way we're going to use the artboard function is with the artboard tool. So we're going to access our artboard tool. It's located down here. It looks like a page with like 2 lines. If you hit Shift O, you can also pop it up. When you do that, you'll see that you can see all your artboards like labeled. It's because you're about to work with the tool. Now what I want you to do is click and drag on the end of this artboard. So I'm going to click on this artboard here, the square. I'm just going to make it larger so that it fits all of these little vector, pumpkin, and fall themed vectors. Then it says create a new artboard so that it fits the pumpkin vector. So to make a new artboard, all I have to do is click and drag like I'm making a square. That's all you have to do for part 1. When you're done, put your screen to 45 degrees.